Alrighty, so let's begin the next zodiac sign. I just saw a big black bird fly across my window as I was starting your reading. Let's see who we're reading for. Who's the next reading for from the Spirit Team, Guardians, and Guides? I heard Gemini in my head, so I guess we'll do Gemini. Fuck it. Sorry. It's just not PG-13 or whatever, but Geminis. What's the vibe for the Gemini tribe? Gemini. Being called towards the Christmas tech. I think I used that for Sag. I'm not sure though. Maybe the collective. Tell me more for the Geminis. Letting go of something, opening up to new ways of doing or being. This could be in love, romance, bringing some kind of shocking kind of change or stability to something that was quite shocking. Queen of Pentacles here. This could be a feminine very focused on their finance. Could have earth sign placements, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. And there could be something about healing a love connection here, a connection, with a Hierophant here, changing your perspective regarding a commitment of some sort for Geminis. Yeah, somebody could be quite secretive at this time, or you might want to communicate with somebody that's being secretive, or maybe you want to have secret communication with somebody, or it's a secret desire. You could be very trapped in your head, though, thinking about this Two of Cups situation. There's like a lack of forward momentum or movement that you're concerned about. There's some kind of clarity or something that needs to be revealed, or interesting. Yeah, there could be something about boundaries or borders with the Queen of Swords energy. This could be somebody who's very logical, feminine, Gemini, Aries, interesting. They could be quite focused on themselves, but yeah, they could have Aries placements or fire sign placements or Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. But let's hear advice for Geminis. Strategizing something? Okay, tell me more. What's your advice for Geminis? Communicating. Okay, communicating. Tell me more. Gemini energies. Yeah, there's like a lack of communication here, manifesting something interesting, bringing healing to a situation potentially after a period of pain or heartbreak. Yeah, there's something about your instability. There's a need to like fix something or like stabilize something or bring healing. So let's see more for Geminis. Yeah, there could have been a commitment here that there could have been a falling out or something about commitments, contracts, debt. I heard unemployment or maybe something about that could have been affected work. Yeah, there's something about a lack of courage, and so there's a lack of change. Somebody's quite closed off, but they need to have some higher self-activation towards self-love. Yeah, somebody here was being very deceptive in the past. They may need to let this go. Tell me more for Geminis. Yeah, somebody's watching somebody because they're curious about their emotions or something like that, or they want to express their emotions. They want to move away from guilt or sabotage with the assistance of their Spirit Team, Guardians, and Guides. So let's see your oracle message for Geminis. Sex magic. So maybe you want to connect with somebody on that level. Flower crown 12 could be relevant. This is wear your power proudly and unapologetically, for it's your birthright and eternal like your soul, right? You can't capitalize on your destiny if you're too scared to go for it. You've got to have faith. So let's go ahead and see. Love spells 2112 could be relevant. Capricorn energy, goat. Let's see. As with all circles, a flower crown represents eternity and the endless cycle of life, death, and rebirth. You may hear talk of the cycle quite often, and for good reason, as the rebirth cycle reminds you nothing ever truly dies. What was is simply renewed and recycled into new life, perhaps taking on a different form, but the essence of the power remaining the same. As with the gorgeous blooms of spring, you too can be restored. If you're going through a difficult time, know that you will receive a change in fortune soon. You are currently in a place of death, so something new and beautiful can emerge. Flower crown is a card of hope, and it soon appears when you're losing faith. Remember, no cycle, good or bad, lasts forever. Even though it might feel that way at times, the presence of this card is a welcome sight that better days are just a short time ahead. Somebody could have been criticizing someone for their natural way they are or something like that. In the same vein, if you have received an unusual period of good fortune, know that money moves in cycles, and you may soon enter a period of pause or even stagnation. Take advantage of the fortunate time. Most importantly, this card represents karma. What goes around comes around. Be sure to be kind with good fortune and use it wisely, as the universe rewards kindness with better blessings down the road. So something about eternity could be relevant. Let's go into your juicy messages, Gemini energies. I think that the brain is an organ, is a radio. Okay, Gemini. Someone here could have been quite evil or was picking up on evil frequencies because they were in a low vibration. Gemini. So it all depends on what you pull towards you. Sorry. Somebody could have been lying, and so they attract greater lying, right? If you're lying to yourself, you attract liars. Anything else for Gemini? If you're lying to others, you attract people who lie to you too, right? So Gemini, you are what what you are. I'm seeing something about like a butter tart or pecan pie or something. Gemini. Oh my god. Gemini energies. Sorry. Maybe having a hot bowl of soup, French onion soup or something. Gemini energies. I heard Mothman. Finding your own rhythm. I think Mothman, the movie, is set in like Boston or like the East. I'm not sure. Okay, it says talk to your spirit guide. Yeah, the higher self activation, self love, right? So ask them to guide you, pray for that. Dear guardian angels, guides, ancestors, beneficial deities, please surround Gemini and give them the information and understanding they require and need. Amen. Ancient Rome. Interesting. Never respected you. Came out sideways and they didn't respect your energy. So somebody might have been taking someone for granted. There could be some healing regarding that. Being more selective. So maybe they're being more selective, or somebody here is previously married. And we have defend your happiness. We have wants to leave you for dead. It's kind of sideways, so take it as you will. Maybe somebody tried to do this to somebody. Stay grounded and stay very grounded and practical. They did not reciprocate. You were / are too giving. It was sideways, so take it as you will. Constantly protect your energy. Shifts change energy transfer. Shifts change energy transfer. Okay. We have be a superhero. Try to pose as a love interest, and your inner child is your soul. Is your soul souled? This could be the base of who you are. Something about shoes. Walk away for the divine to carry you forward. And we have create positive thinking patterns. We have another option incoming, coming out sideways. So I don't know. You deserve to take care of yourself. Okay. We have it's the closest people that are the usual traders. I don't know if this was upright or reversed. Taking control of your destiny starts with your thoughts. And sleeping with them will have you depressed, so make sure you're cognizant of who you're around and if their frequency is good or not. Really trust in your magic. Wanted to take everything you created. I'm not sure if this is upright or reversed. It says bad habits you don't know about. Nobody believes in you as much as you believe in you. Hasty past choices. Vibrational crystallization of motions and forms. So everything around you is just a crystallized form of that. Sorry. If they ain't paying, you're around the wrong man, right? So if somebody's not giving, because obviously it's the woman's job to receive. Aging gracefully. You will get the offer. It's kind of sideways, so I don't know. They realize they can't push you around, trying to provoke you. Adopt a healthy state of mind. Jealousy, gossip, hater, two-faced, fake, and liars. So somebody was very deceptive here. This person could be watching somebody. Echolocation. We have getting in by giving a gift, which is a weapon. So to be careful. Devil doesn't want you to move forward. We have they're a nightmare to be with. Go slow, pace yourself, cloak yourself. And we have stabilizing yourself. We have future soulmate waiting for you. We have things are familiar to you for a reason. There's nothing wrong with you. And he just wants you to do everything. So somebody is obviously acting like a baby or a man-child or very abusive, or something like that. I don't know. Take it as you will. Don't take the messages if you don't think they fit. Take the rest of the reading. Let's get you guys a white light. Gemini's last messages for Gemini energies. What is the most important advice? Check it out. Okay, 6. Interesting. Anything else for Geminis? Tantra. Interesting. I know this is about releasing to follow divine will. So let's go ahead and read that. Okay, Obadiah. Do not turn away from your path, nor from what you know in your heart to be true, no matter what appears to be, nor what logic may dictate. Trust what your heart tells you. You are safe and protected by spirit. You are spiritually empowered with all you need to manifest authentic soul path. You have what it takes to conquer with the light and live that connection in practical ways that contribute to positive energy to our human collective. Obadiah is the Latin basis for the word obedience. So far from the conforming to authority, the original meaning is to listen, to hear, and to not turn away. The oracle of Obadiah is about becoming a sacred rebel, giving up faith in the ways of the world, embracing the ways of spirit unconditionally. That means refusing to torture yourself with horror stories that society and your own mind conjure from time to time. The guidance is encouraging you to connect through your heart with the spiritual light, wisdom, and guidance within. The oracle asks you to believe in the power of spirit to show you the way through all troubles. There is a message from our loving universe to you. You will feel it in your heart. You may consider yourself to be feisty, independent, strong person rather than one who's docile or surrendered in spirit. A vibrant and powerful personality may feel an initial resistance or confusion when asked to become soft in the ways of spirit. Yet this sort of obedience is not about giving away your power, but becoming someone you're not. When we are receptive to spirit, we become more unique, not less, right? Because we're tapping into our soul. So Oracle asks us to get out of our own way. Often we make things more difficult for ourselves, even when our intentions are good. It's because we see things from a limited or partial perspective, right? Very stubborn, blinded. This doesn't mean we should refuse to act at all. It just means that we have practiced sensing and following spirit. By turning into the heart, we act from a more centered and wisely grounded place. Our actions are more likely to hit the mark. When we flow with greater wisdom of life, far reaching positive consequences awaken. Recognizing spirit is wiser than your own personal opinion is the prelude to true awakening. The more awakened we are, the more genuine benefit for all beings can unfold through our endeavors. To be clear, the guidance of this oracle is not to hand over your power nor seek spirit to tell you what to do. It's always up to you to exercise free will and live your life as you choose. Sometimes the responsibility behind such freedom might seem too much, but our task as human beings is to own our freedom and exercise it with wisdom and delight. When you trust your courage more than your doubt, you are ready to listen to spirit and act on what you perceive. You will be capable, willing, and ready to live as a light on this earth. You are encouraged to ditch the drug of doubt. Doubt undermines confidence and sends you on a mission to gain approval before making every decision. Approval can become the hit that alleviates doubt temporarily, but it prevents you from building the strength you need to listen to your own spiritual knowing. You have it within you to be spiritually sovereign. The oracle asks you to understand or recognize your inner potential and to practice trusting yourself and capacity to respond to life's unpredictable happenings with soul-honoring integrity. 55. Okay, and let's see number 18. Yeah. And pay attention to haters that just hate because they ain't great, I guess. Be open to that which seems unfamiliar or different. You will experience a breakthrough as you embrace an unusual approach. You are on the soul path of accelerated spiritual growth, which is swifter but not always easier. You do not have to contrive your own happiness, but you can dip into the bliss within your body to lighten the emotional state, I heard, or mental state, and remind yourself everything is working out beautifully. Tantra is a conscious, creative intermingling with the sacred masculine and sacred feminine that dwells within every human heart. When one chooses to honor the interplay of the sacred energies, we are able to engage with the mysteries of life and respond creatively. Tantra is the refusal to turn away from life experiences, even painful ones, because you recognize with wisdom spiritual growth emerges from everything. Tantra is the willingness of your heart to thoroughly embrace that which is unfamiliar, that which it might be difficult or different to what we expect, and through such open-minded, open-hearted engagement, discover capacity to love and become wise. Tantra is the sacred relationship with the spirit and the body which creates the soul with its precious gifts of healing, creativity, love, and higher consciousness. The frequency, 639 Hz, evokes unity. It moves beyond the conflict and grounds us in simplicity, connection, and love. When Tantra of 639 Hz is in a reading, soul connections with our twin flames, soulmates, spirit guides, or soul tribes are especially significant to our spiritual growth. This frequency enhances capacity, hearing church bells, for conscious and healing interaction between those who have been at odds. It is a loving cosmic bliss bomb which breaks the toxic grip of ego and facilitates soulful connection and karmic healing. If we have been working through relationship issues, the oracle indicates news for healing and resolution. The frequency also clears and strengthens energy flow through the inner systems of the body, promising cellular renewal. The heart healing brought by the frequency heightens our spiritual awareness. We navigate both our relationships and environments with more discernment and skill. When we cannot control our environments, we work to become masterful of our own energy. The oracle brings reassurance. This frequency reestablishes our connection to the spiritual realms of love, light, and sacred healing beauty. It is a sublime frequency of ecstatic serenity. These beautiful energies enfold in our field and create a movable spiritual feast upon which nourish, support, protect, and shelter us, no matter the environment we might be moving through. So you could be inhaling golden white light from heaven, exhaling that golden energy into your auric field. The oracle of Tantra of 639 Hz allows you to allow connection. Do not zone out or turn away from what happens, even when painful. Be gentle with yourself, but persistent on your path. If you cannot proceed along a certain course, find another way, but don't abandon dreams. Be receptive and yet also determined and dynamic. If you've been worrying about a situation, the oracle advises you're working your way through it. Whatever support you need shall be provided for, and you are further along than you realize. The highest divine outcome is already being woven through your soul and experience. Things may not go to plan, but they are still going to work out. 11:5. Alrighty, interesting readings for sure. Let's get you some tea leaf. So you could be studying what the best path forward is. We're still in Gemini, right? Let's end. Any last messages from this reading? Scorpio energy could be relevant. I think Sag got that card in the same position. Could be something you hear about a change of some sort. Tell me more. Any extra messages from your spirit team? Need of help, guidance, or assistance, especially regarding finances, maybe. What does this say? Eat berries. So maybe changing what you're eating. Kind of in the reverse. I don't know. Maybe eat legumes. I don't know. What's the opposite of a berry? Dark woman. Okay. Tell me more. Oh, romance. Someone could have behaved very stupidly. There's a lot of sideways energy here. It's like a lot of maybe. Okay. Tell me more. Target, a goal-oriented person. Or hitting your mark, hitting your target, bullseye. Resolving problems, okay. Maybe somebody was waiting for somebody else to do something or do everything, am I just kidding? Or somebody was working behind someone's back. Someone was very lazy. Anything else? Yeah, it could have been Speedy Gonzalez. They wanted somebody to like pick up the slack. This caused issues. I don't know. Anymore. That's the energy I'm getting. This caused sorrow for a feminine, or a feminine could have been crying, a woman with darker features. Someone could be leaving your life. Anymore. Money. Money, honey. There could be some kind of change, cutting off what no longer serves, or ways of working that don't longer serve, ways of, persevering and overcoming problems or obstacles. Camel. Okay, let's get you actually one of these. Last messages? Any last messages? I'm sorry. Defenselessness, writing past wrongs, and uprooting. And portal. Doors are opening, you decide, rewards, and wild card. So let's see. I'm sorry. Defensive. Okay, we already read that. We're living in divisive times. When we're hurt and triggered, we tend to see things as a personal attack rather than an opportunity for healing. If we're to find true peace and unity, we have to drop defenses and see things outside of right and wrong. As souls, everything's gray. Everything is kind of this life, right? As souls, we intrinsically remember unity and yearn for it on earth. Perhaps that's why it feels so painful when we experience the opposite, but it's crucial to remember we simply can't bypass reality and pretend unity and love and forgiveness are here. This is one of the greatest challenges of starseeds. To bring about unity, we have to first acknowledge the ways in which both we and the world have been divisive, personally, ancestrally, and collectively. The shadows, the hate, the wounds, the separation, the severing, the wrongs, and the sadness. You may be called to explore how you or your ancestors or society have consciously or unconsciously inflicted pain on others, to find a way to drop the armor around your heart and see things as they truly are for all people, to say I'm sorry with an open heart and mean it, to be a part of the healing rather than perpetuation of inherited conflict or oppression. This isn't about blame, it's about unwinding and patterning that got us here. You may be called to devote your time to causes you believe or do healing work on your ancestral line. So I'm going to end it there. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here. Please hit like, subscribe. You can get a personal through the Buy Me a Coffee link or leave a tip through there. Best of luck. Take care.